All right, what's up, everybody? I am doing a request slash suggestion. This one is for Sylvia. I'm sure you recognize the thumbnail here, but I'm doing a Polish, not Polish. I think it's Polish. Yeah, it's Polish. Sorry, I want to get this stuff right. The band is called ARTROSIS. And the song, I'm going to do my best here, is called SZMARAGDOWA NOC. Now, it's very possible that my emphasis could have been in the wrong places. So, SZMARAGDOWA, I'm not exactly sure where it's supposed to go, but something along those lines. It means Emerald Night. I was told this is heavy-ish, so we'll get into it in a minute. Thank you for the suggestion. Before we get into it, a couple things. Well, first, always got this. I got that thing on me, and that thing is espresso. Okay, so a couple things. First of all, I'm not a musical expert. I don't speak Polish. Again, my flawless pronunciation aside, I don't speak it. So, if these lyrics are in Polish, I'm going to be lost. I'm not going to be able to do much for you there. And I'm not a composer or anything like that, so don't expect me to be getting too into the weeds on how this stuff is put together. And don't be a dick. This kind of music may not be for you. That's okay. I may not like it, But I try to be really respectful when I do these, and I would appreciate that same sort of energy in the comments. Let's keep it nice and positive. And like and subscribe. With that out of the way, let's get into it. This is SZMARAGDOWA NOC by ARTROSIS. This video is very low quality. I have to apologize. All right, so first things first, I like it a lot. It's very 90s, really kind of late 80s, early 90s, but in terms of guitar tone. But it reminded me of Cradle of Filth a little bit, Nightwish a little bit. I love symphonic metal, right? When they bring in classical instruments, you got the cello at the beginning, you got the violin. It was really more like a chamber orchestra, I guess, like a 4-piece. But I really like that. I think it adds such an interesting depth to the music, and you can get such nice dark tones, especially from like a good cello, very ominous sorts of tones. It seems like I did get the pronunciation pretty close, so I'm happy about that. The video quality, it is what it is. It's an old video. I'm sure somebody ripped it or uploaded off of a VHS copy or something. So, yeah, it's not the greatest. But I did enjoy the video. I mean, it gives you very much those sorts of like black metal, symphonic metal vibes, right? You're in a cathedral. You've got the black lace. It's very, very evocative. I really enjoyed the chugging guitar, right? Especially during the solos. You have the solo over the top. And a lot of times you will lose backing guitar for solos. Not always, but a lot of the time it will just be pretty much one guitar or both guitars are soloing, and you lose that backing guitar. But I really liked the way the chugging, right, just kept the rhythm in the background. It allowed the lead to play a little bit more of a syncopated. Like, I liked it. I liked how it worked. I think it was very effective. My one gripe, well, two gripes. One is, this is not anything anybody can do much about. The mastering of the guitar, particularly the solo, was very thin. It felt really 80s, right? It felt like a lot of the way those guitar tones were recorded. It's just not a lot of body to it. And I understand, you're playing high up on the fretboard, you're playing high notes. That tone is going to be not as, as big as if you're playing down on the low E string, right? But you can still get a little bit more, like a little more bite out of that. And that's just something that's frustrated me for like forever about music that was recorded in the 80s. I don't feel any punch coming from the guitars. And not as a like that's how I feel about Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses is the most dangerous band in the world or whatever, but I've never felt like their solos, as good as they are technically, like, this is not to take anything away from the musicianship. It's just the way it comes through on the recording, it doesn't hit me. And so I'm a little frustrated that that guitar tone is what it is. But again, that's not unusual. The other thing, the ending, how it ended on a major, that was weird, right? You've got this sort of dark minor song almost the whole way through, and then at the end it resolves into a major key, and that just felt off to me. It could be that on the album it's leading into the next song. It could be that there's a more specific reason for that to happen. It doesn't really take away from my enjoyment of the song, right? I would still listen to this again. It's just that weird last like 4 bars. I don't know why they decided to resolve it into a major. I kept waiting. I kept waiting for it to go back to a minor. That just surprised me a little bit. But this is a good recommendation. I really enjoyed it. And gave me a chance to practice my pronunciation a little bit. So thank you, Sylvia. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Stay safe out there. Drink lots of water. And be good to each other.